The Moto 360, probably the best smartwatch that Android Wear has to offer. And before I get started, I want to give you guys a quick disclaimer. All the footage was taken on the new iPhone 6 and it was completely edited on the iPhone 6 also. And all the apps that I use will be in the description down below. This smartwatch is probably the best device that Android Wear has to offer to date. And what makes it stand out is the display. And the display is round, which the name already implies, and that's what makes it different. And most smartwatches out there right now are squares, like the LG G Watch and like the iWatch, the Apple Watch. Gosh, that's a weird name. But going back to the display, the resolution of the screen is 320 by 290, which doesn't seem good at all, but when you actually see it in person, it's not bad. And just to give you guys a point, smartwatches aren't meant to look at the screen a long time and consume media and stuff like that. It's meant more towards just glancing notifications, so the screen doesn't have to be ridiculously sharp. You can definitely see the pixels, but it has great viewing angles and the screen is bright enough to see it even in direct sunlight. Now, the screen isn't actually a full 360. There's a small cutout and bezel in the bottom which cuts out the display a tiny little bit. And the first time I saw this bezel, when they announced it, I thought it was going to ruin it and even a deal breaker. But when I actually use this device after a couple of days, you get used to it and it even feels like it's not even there. And the cutout's purpose is to put the ambient light sensor and all of the other guts into it. And the ambient light sensor is there so that when you cover the watch for a second, it turns off. And this was really useful to me and I found myself using that feature quite a lot. And because all the bezel is in one tiny cutout, you get a really sweet looking device. The display seamlessly goes all the way to the edge and it just looks attractive. It's made out of stainless steel and it's dust and waterproof, so it should definitely be durable also. And like I said before, it's made out of metal, which feels very premium. The band is made out of leather, which is also a premium material, and you could actually swap the band out with metal using the pebble steel band. And I'll give you guys a link right down below the like button so you can check it out. And overall, this is probably the best looking smartwatch out there and the best feeling watch. And what I mean by the best feeling watch is that this is actually pretty light at 49 grams, even though it's made out of steel. And it's really comfortable to wear also. I can wear this all day with no problem, which is nice. But the thing that might be the problem is the size of the watch. It's definitely not small for my wrist, but for Victor from Everything Technology, he said it feels tiny and small for his wrist. But coming from a guy that didn't wear a watch at all, I got used to it pretty quickly. Now, the software, Android Wear. You basically get the same experience of the software with any other Android Wear smartwatch. It's Android Wear 1.0, so it's the first iteration, and there's definitely room for improvement. But I really enjoy the experience you get out of this. So basically what this thing does is that you can glance and scroll through all of your notifications and you can quickly Google search stuff. And it's pretty useful. So all my notification goes to here and I can quickly swipe left or right, or I can quickly reply with my voice, or I can just open it on my phone, which is what normal people do. But hey, it's the Moto 360, so why not? The other thing you can do is do a quick Google search or tell it what to do by tapping the screen or just say, "Okay, Google." The thing that was most impressive to me was how accurate the watch recognized my voice. Either in a loud class or in a busy street, it still acknowledged my voice perfectly. Even though the Moto 360 has a 4-year-old processor, the watch runs the software smoothly and with little to no hiccups, which was pretty cool. And the battery life was same also. And I really don't understand why people were ranting over the fact that smartwatches' battery life only lasts 1 day. I take off my watch every night anyways, so charging it before I go to bed was really not a problem. So I wake up around 6 AM in the morning and I go to bed around 10:30 at night. And every day I'm left with about 40% of battery left, which is not bad at all. And if I really wanted to push the battery, it can probably last a day and a half or even 2. the charging dock is amazing also. So the Moto 360 has wireless charging capability, so all I have to do is just rest it on the dock beside my bed, and the screen automatically dims and it lightly shows the battery percentage and the time, which I think is a handy implementation. So I give props to Motorola for that. So to wrap it up, the Moto 360 basically represents where the smartwatch as a category is right now. To me, it's not yet complete as a whole to be used for public use. There's gotta be more features added to compel more customers to enter the smartwatch realm. So smartwatches are going to be the next big thing in tech soon. And as of right now, the Moto 360 is your best choice. Well, that's going to do it for this review, and if you watched the video up to this point, comment #MeWantCookie. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to thumbs up this video and share it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.